Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Wednesday. Wednesday is story time, testimony time, teaching time, word time. It's basically today's the day that my videos are a little bit longer than the other videos. And getting right into it, today's story is God in the storm, seeing God in the storm. As a Christian, it's a powerful thing to believe God when you're not in a storm, when you are going through wonderful good times. But when you're in the middle of a storm, listen, gosh, it is absolutely different. For me personally, I've come to realize that this is the time where your faith is really tested. Your love for God, that a person professes out loud, is really tested. Your patience for God and with God, your ability to withstand difficulties, to withstand trials and tribulations, to withstand tests, to withstand disappointments and failure. This is the time, and it's for me. I felt like it's usually during this time that I feel like God is really silent, like silent, like silent, and it's such a trying time. So when I say God in the storm, is when you're going through so much, when bills are not paid. Is Yes, I'll tell you my story. My story is that for the past 6 years, I have resigned from my job 3 times. From the same company 3 times. And these first 3 times, I resigned because I was just like, yes, no, I can't. Like, no, 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 I can't. But I wasn't so resolute in my mind in pursuing my own dreams, pursuing my own desires, pursuing that which God had put in me. All I knew was that, listen, I'm tired. I'm not doing this thing anymore. There's so many things I can do and I want to do. There's so many things, so many dreams, so many ideas that I wanted to pursue. But I was not resolute in my mind, my mouth, and my heart. I was only resolute for like 2 seconds in like my mind, and my mouth. I just kept speaking positive things. But let me tell you something. When you were used to having an income, right? And on a Sunday, you don't have an income, and you resigned without plan A. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Like, you didn't have any plan at all whatsoever. It's just at the spur of the moment that you were just like, I am done. Number one, I want to advise you, it is not always the best thing to do to resign without a plan. It is not the best thing to do, especially when you have bills to pay and you have responsibilities. It is not the best thing to do, because for me, when I resigned, not having any plan, the one thing that I did not do was to speak to the banks to make financial arrangements to be able to pay for the debts that I had. I didn't do that at all. I just left and I was like, listen, God has me, God is with me, I'll be just fine. But I wasn't, because I didn't plan things right. I just left. So in the middle of that, and this is a storm that I take full responsibility for because I put myself in there. I was just like, storm in. Literally put myself in there. And but I saw the goodness of God in it, that even when I made that mistake, when I put myself in the middle of the storm, I still saw God in it. I still saw God helping me, providing for me. I still saw God, through my family, through my friends. It was a difficult time, yet I still saw God. And for me, that it showed me just how much of a father he is, that even when we make mistakes, he's still there. Even when we make mistakes, he's still helping us. But I've also come to realize that God wants us to learn from our mistakes and better ourselves through those mistakes. So those 3 times that I had resigned, made the same mistake 3 times, y'all. 3 times. I don't know if it's a mistake any longer. So the same thing 3 times. And the third time, I remember my car was taken. Um, Bam, that was so painful. That was so painful. I loved that car so much. I still love that car, but I've let it go. My car was taken, and I was taken to the high court for my apartment. And that's then I really got the wake up call of, you can't just, at the spur of the moment, when things are hard and heavy, just leave. without any plan. Because also in that is becoming a burden to other people. Because then, I started asking for money, borrowing money, while I was sending out applications, and that's the thing is I left because I wanted to pursue, dreams and visions. But then while I was outside of a job, a 9 to 5, I was desperately trying to get in. So that goes to show that my planning was just poor. And then I saw God through all that. I remember the day before I had to go to the high court. I remember that weekend, I just started speaking to people, just started marketing myself, speaking to people. Hey, listen, I'm still out here looking for a job. If you know something or someone, please hook me up and all this. I was marketing myself, and I was speaking to friends about hooking me up with a job. And a friend of mine told me that there was a position available. It was at my old job. But because I had such a great relationship with them and my work was outstanding with them, when I made contact with them, immediately they said, you can definitely go back with a position waiting just for you. And then I went to the office, and I started on Monday. And on that Tuesday, guys, that Tuesday, I had to appear before the High Court, okay, in Pretoria, for my apartment, which was going to be taken. And then I went to the High Court, and then I spoke to people there to help me with my apartment so that they wouldn't take it away. I remember there was a judgment passed against my apartment that it should be not auditioned. It should be auctioned. It should be auctioned and sold. I remember straight after that I went to the bank and I was pleading with them, and I was saying to them, showing them proof. Listen, I just got a job. I just got employed. I'll be able to pay by the end of this month. Can we make a payment arrangement? And the bank, I made a payment arrangement with the bank, and in that I paid my arrears, and then I was paying my monthly as well. So in the midst of me making that mistake 3 times, I learned from that. I learned to, not to leave things haphazardly, but to think things through, and just to plan things through, and to be resolute in mind, mouth, heart. When these three things are aligned, I'm telling you, powerful things happen. So much so that, sorry, that, going through a storm like that, the third time around, I knew that I didn't want a job. I was so resolute in my mind, my mouth, my heart. I was so resolute in that I don't want a job. I wanted to, have work on projects, but not like a 9 to 5, because I was actively pursuing, and not taking no for an answer, my passions and my dreams, and planning them through, guys, planning them through. So I saw God in the middle of the storm after I led myself into the storm. So it doesn't matter what mistakes that you have made, God still loves us, and God wants us, so hey, let's just think about the things that we're doing before we're doing, plan them correct, plan them right, plan to win, plan to succeed, plan to prosper. I love you guys. Till next time.